welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you guys are still watching, you guys are still tuned in. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, because when people search for me, it's easier for them to find me if I have like more if we have more of a community, then it would be easier for them to find me. But right now it's pretty tough, so if you could help me out by subscribing, that would be amazing. Okay, so today I want to talk about rejection, because firstly, it's something that I've gone through, and it's also something that I think that a lot of people are embarrassed about, and I don't think that should be the case. Also, I think that acceptance has been equalized to self-worth, and I also don't think that's the case. So I pretty much just wanted to make a video and talk about like 5 things that I learned from rejection, and hopefully it will help you guys or somebody else that you know that it might be able to help. So here we go. The first thing that I learned from rejection was to love myself. I think it's very important for you to love yourself and the things about yourself that you cannot change. Sometimes it's very unfair. People reject you based on the color of your skin. They can, reject you based on the size of your body, your background, where you come from, whether you come from a rich family or not, things like that. And I think it's really important to love yourself and be proud of who you are and where you've come from, because even if people reject you for that, then it doesn't really affect you as much. Like for me, I'm like melanin popping, black girl magic, if you don't like it, so the second thing that I learned was to improve myself. I think like as an artist, because like I mentioned in my last video, for those of you who don't know, I work in film. So as an artist, sometimes, rejection is inevitable. Sometimes people don't like your idea. Sometimes they can't relate to it, but sometimes, let's be real, it's not good. I found that sometimes for me, I've pitched like ideas that are not good, or ideas that are underdeveloped, and they get rejected. But like, instead of feeling rejected, I think I've learned to just go back to the drawing board and see what was not working. Like, is it really a bad idea? And just being honest with myself, like, okay, this idea kind of sucked, or it was not ready. What can I do to improve it? So that's something that I think is important. Also, even just like improving yourself, just feeling like a better person or as a better artist. The third thing that I learned was to be able to strategize. I have this problem with like opportunity, especially like, for example, at a job. If it's a great company and there's an opportunity, I'm just like, I'm going for it, like this is it. But not everything that's like great is meant for you. So one thing that I learned was to learn what my strengths are and where they can flourish and be appreciated, or where they're needed, because sometimes what you have to offer doesn't align with this great company or like great opportunity. So I think that's something that that's to be mindful of, because for me, I've interviewed at companies where I'm just like, oh, this is such a great company, it would be so great or whatever, without even thinking like, okay, would this really be a good fit for you? Would you be a valued like asset to this company or whatever? And I'll just go in, and sometimes I didn't get it, and I'm just like, at first I'm like, oh, is there something wrong with me? Is it this or that? But really, they were just not looking for what I have. And probably if I worked there, I'd be like, okay, this is not like a good place for me, just because it's a good company. So know your strengths and work towards going to places that need what you have to offer. The fourth thing that I want to share is to know that like, not everybody is meant for you, and you are not meant for everybody, and that's okay. And this kind of ties into my last point about strategizing. I think that like, I'll give another example, I guess, because my whole life kind of revolves around like my work in film or whatever. But some things that like I might pitch, people won't be able to relate to it, and that's okay. You just have to find the right audience. Not everybody's gonna like your idea, and in the same way, even as a person, not everybody's gonna like you, and not everybody's gonna get you, and that's okay. There are some people that will like you and some people that will get you, and those are the people that you need to gravitate towards, be it, you know, in a friendship, in a relationship, you know. I think for me, I've relocated twice. And you know, when you move to a new city, it can be like really lonely and you want to make friends and stuff like that. So you find yourself like forcing the situation, just forcing it and just trying, you know. And I'm not saying don't be social, like be social, go out there. But like if you see that like you guys are not vibing, even like with a guy or whatever, like it's fine to just like let it go. Even if you're lonely, even if you want a friend, you need a man or a girl, you know what I mean? If you're not vibing, it's okay. They're not meant for you, and somebody else is. And I think that it's better for us to channel our energies towards people that get us, or people that are able to relate to us, you know. Then the fifth thing that I have to share is don't always take things so personally. In terms of like rejection, I feel like sometimes it's not you. I mean, because like some things I mentioned, like, you know, people reject you for who you are, or, you know, you having like a bad idea. But sometimes it's really not your fault. Sometimes people grow up carrying like these feelings of rejection, be it like, you know, from a parent or whatever. But like as a kid, there's nothing that you could have possibly done to like, you know, chase them away or whatever. And sometimes people grow up with these feelings, and I think it's something that like you have to let go and be like, you know what, it's nothing to do with me. This person like has their own issues, their own things that they have to deal with. I'm not the cause of this. Also, sometimes in the workplace, sometimes like you're really like doing your best and you're really like putting your best foot forward, but like maybe your boss is just like nasty and like they reject all your ideas and the things that you have to say or offer or whatever. But you know, you just need to not take it too personally. Maybe you shouldn't be working for that person, but that's a story for another day. But it doesn't mean that like you suck at your job, because if you're doing your best and you know that you're putting your best foot forward, but sometimes it's the other person that's like, you know, dealing with stuff. So I don't know in what area you might have faced rejection, be it in a friendship, in a relationship, work, whatever it may be. There's ways to tackle it, and I hope that these 5 things that I've shared that I have learned personally are able to help. And if you have like any other tips for anybody else, please put them in the comment section, and also just share your experience if you're okay with it, or share this video with someone that you know needs to hear this or something, you know. I really look forward to hearing all your thoughts. It's always so nice when I read the comments and your own personal experiences, so that's amazing. And that's all I had for you guys today. I'll see you next time.